Okay, so now that you have all this cloned locally and you're a bit familiar with the structure, let's get going. So in this exercise for calculate build widget, you actually have step-by-step instructions of what you need to do. So the first of all, what we need to do is we need to work in calculate build.js. So if I look in my code, I go here, calculate build.js, it actually already has some instructions here telling you what to do. But what you will also see is that it's configured in the JavaScript calculate build.js. It's already configured, so everything is working there. So if we start this out and we would just say alert and we say add some JavaScript here, and then we just say in calculate build. So if I were to do something like this, I go in there and I refresh that, you see in calculate build, we can see that's all working, so it's all configured. But what we want to do is we first want to get references to all the elements that we want to use in our DOM. So that's already been configured here. So the first thing we have here is we have a reference here to build string element, which is the build string. So what we need is a get reference to the build string. So the other parts we don't have is in our code is we don't, so we need a reference to the calculate button. We want that button to be called calculate button. So looking at this, so what we need is we need calculate button, and then we query select the build string. If we go here, we see what our button is called, control and calculate, what's it called in the DOM. So it's called calculate button. So what we need here is I need a reference to the calculate button. Okay, so we have that. And then what we also need is we need a reference to the build total element where we actually want to put the build. So there's build total. So we need to do the same thing. Copy that, and then you want to say here var build total is document dot query selector, and then we want to add these ones dot add reference to these elements. So what actually in our instructions what's currently missing is all these other elements. There's not code for them. We're getting the reference elements. I'll add that in. So thing to check now, small thing I want to do, I want to change these variables here to constants, just because we never ever want to change these references to these buttons and things for the lifetime of our program. So that will kind of protect us. So now what we need to do is write a function that will be called when the calculate button is pressed. So to do that, let's quickly write that button. So we now want to do calculate button dot add event listener, and that is click, and then we want to write a function here that will be called when the calculate button is pressed. To do that, I can do something like this, alert, save that. Let's see if that's working now. Go here, refresh, click the calculate button. You see that that's working. And the next thing I want to do, not only I want to do that, I also want to check whether I can actually type something in the build string, and then I want to see if I can get a value from there. So let's just see. So if we refresh now, and then we do SMS and we calculate, you see I can get SMS. If I write call, I can actually, that all works. So at this point in time, we have configured some elements, and I also added a click event to my button. So at this point in time, we have a functional widget that started to respond to us clicking on it. Things are starting to get slowly but surely.